Hello, you absolute legends. Welcome back to the channel on what is a bit of a misty and murky, it's actually a blooming cold day here in Lincolnshire. I've got Dad with me. He's microphoned up for a change. Show me your microphone. Nice, so you can hear what Dad's doing as well. That's following some feedback from viewers saying it'd be nice to be able to hear and see what Dad's doing. So we've got a microphone set, new DJI set, so hopefully it gives you a better quality video. It's all for you, of course. In this video, your Dad is giving the van a once-over ready for its MOT. The van is a couple of years old with me now. I've had it a few years. If you don't know the story, the video is on the channel. Long story short, belonged to a friend, bought it for 250 quid, spent 500 quid getting it on the road, and it's my everyday workhorse. Good little van. It's a 2009 Fiat Doblo. You can see that it's suffering. What are that?
Are these for me?
No. They were our Costco purchase. Do you like them?
I thought there was a present for your dad.
No, you can have some if you can, if you want them. They're always good to have in stock, those sorts of things. It's covered sort of 100 and... how many thousand miles is it covered? Well, I can't see because Dad's got the keys. I bought it on 125, it's probably on 140,000 miles now. As I say, it is starting to suffer with lacquer peel. You can see here on the bonnet, the lacquer, there you go, look at that, it's all coming off, which is typical for Fiats and Vauxhalls and Renaults of this age. But it is what it is. It's a workhorse and it's a blooming good van. Dad's going to give it a once over then in this video, just so we can make sure that it's all good for MOT. I don't envisage there being an issue, but yeah, see what he can find. What you found there?
These are still faulty then?
Yes, yes. I haven't bought a new one of them because they're about £200. That's the door opener you found that's faulty there.
Yeah.
Talk me through what you're doing.
I'm doing a quick walk round, mate, for the MOT. Looking for stuff that's obviously wrong. Bits hanging off. That's the walk round done.
What's the next part of your MOT check?
Yeah. Right. You can watch the lights, somebody.
Yes.
What am I doing now? I'm going to sit in the driver's seat. I'm going to exhaust the servo.
There we go, you started her up.
Feeling the servo going down. Looking for free play on the steering from the driver's seat. Checking for obligatory mirrors. It's a van.
Yeah.
So that mirror is obligatory.
Which is that? The near side?
Yeah.
Are you happy that someone's put a rear view mirror in the van?
Don't matter.
I've put that in there, and the reason I've put that in there is so I can see the payload when I'm driving, if there's anything moving
Doesn't
about.
matter, my friend. Doesn't matter if it's a vehicle of a certain age. That's obligatory. That's obligatory. If you ain't got that, that's obligatory.
There you go. Obligatory mirrors with Dad. That could be your new YouTube channel name. Obligatory mirrors. I like that. Now what are you doing?
Checking the condition of the passenger seat belt. Now I'm checking the driver's seat locking mechanism. I'm checking the handbrake. Checking the steering column. Now I'm going to check the switches. I'm going to check the warning lights.
Right, lights start.
ABS, yes. Airbag light,
Oh yeah,
yes.
of course, yeah.
Yeah. Obligatory warning lights, yeah. Main warning light, yeah. Fog lamp warning, fog lamp warning.
Good, good, good. Now let's look at the lights.
Fog lamp warning, yeah, fog lamp warning.
Horn, horn. Ah yes, make sure that those work.
Right then, let's just check the lights, my old mate.
Who was that backing up there?
Side.
Oh, it's Sainsbury's. What are we looking at? Side lights, right, hang on a minute, yep. One side light. Two side light.
Are they white?
Yes.
Are they all white?
Now we've got main beam.
Yeah, that'll do.
Looking good.
Right-hand indicator.
We've got front indicator and we've got side repeater.
Other side, please.
Dee-dee-dee. Front indicator, side repeater.
Round the back, dude.
Yeah, no front, any front fogs? No front fogs on this model.
Don't matter about that.
Now around the back. Da, da, da. Go, go, go!
Side.
Oh, hang on. Very dim.
Bit
Yep,
dim.
one side. Yep, another side.
Number plates.
Number plate lights. Yes, that's a good one. 1, 2.
Brake.
So we've got the high level brake light, and brake light. Yes.
Are the indicators okay with the brake lights on and off?
So we've got near side, off side.
They've not gone dim or anything stupid, are they?
No.
And there's nothing flashing when the indicators are on?
No. Fog light.
Yeah, I'm just going to find the switch. There you go. Got fog light.
Yep, fog light.
Sounds like we've got all our lights then, matey.
Lights are good. And what's next?
Going to have a look under the bonnet.
Ah, so that's my job. I can do that. I can pull that on the passenger side. Here we
You're
go.
going to sit in the driver's seat, please.
Have you pulled the? Oh, you've pulled the bonnet switch.
It's done.
It's all done. Right, here we go. Let's go around. So I'm going to go sit in the driver's seat. Ooh. What are you looking for under the bonnet?
Stuff that's wrong. I'm looking for major oil leaks. I'm looking for major coolant leaks to make it. It might stop me from wanting to test it. I'm checking for leaks, security of the battery. Having a look around the cabin. Looking here, power steering fluid. The fuel leaks. Now you're going to sit in there and I'm going to get you to work the brakes and what have you.
So at the moment, what you're doing is a physical inspection of everything, just to make sure there's no obvious physical issues, right?
Yep, that's
Cool.
definite.
Right, now I'm going to get in. Going to get in the vein.
If I find anything major wrong, I shall abort the test.
And then advisory.
Then you have to take it away.
What is the rules with regards to free tests? Do you know?
Can't remember now, mate. There's so many days, isn't it? On minors and mine.
How long did you spend MOTing vehicles?
Too long. Did my first test in about 1983.
Oh, there you go. Right, okay, I'm in the vein. Let's move this out of the way. This is some filming equipment. This is a new fan resistor, by the way, because in another video we're replacing that. In fact, we have just replaced that, but there's more to come with that. There's more issues. Right, I'm in. What are you getting? What is that you've got there? Do not interrupt the MOT tester. In fact, I need you to stand in front of the van, please, with that. Well, come and stand here. Come and stand here. Come stand right here. This is the thumbnail. Here we go. Thumbnail in process. Thank you. Why have you got that? Where did that come from? We can't talk about that. Right, here we go. What's next? Plenty of stuff Dad's got from when he closed his garage. Ah, service lamp. What am I doing?
Just start her up, old mate, please.
There we go.
Just rock the steering, mate, please.
Rockety rock.
Okay. Okay, stick your foot on the brake.
What is on the brake?
Off. On again. Switch her off, mate.
What are you checking for there? What's the point of them tests?
I'm checking for anything moving about and not doing as it should do, really.
Any issues?
No, mate, no.
Good.
No. Looking for leaks and stuff like that.
Some in the field behind the house.
Eh?
Some leaks in the field behind the house.
No, they're not the collies. That'll do for that bit.
Now what are you getting?
Oh, worry about what I'm doing.
Can I get out the van?
Yeah.
Get out the van. I do as I'm told. I'm the cameraman. Cameraman and I fund it all.
Blooming nuisance.
Whew. It's a bit cold in the workshop today. Now what? What are you shaking your head for? You're the star of the YouTube, you know.
Yeah, good.
They're not here for me.
I'm made up.
Right, it's time to get the jack out.
Hey?
It's time to get the jack out. Jack her up, have a look underneath. Make sure there's no rot. Make sure there's no rust. Make sure there's no play in things where there shouldn't be play. Make sure the exhaust is okay. As people have commented on other videos, Dad's trademark is laying on his back underneath something and rocking the exhaust. This one can be jacked up via the central suspension. Is it a leaf? Is it a spring? Leaf spring? What is it under there?
It's got a beam, Max.
Oh, it's got a beam. There we go.
If you can't stand being jacked up under there, it's not much of a van, is it?
Does still clonk when you've got it full and you've got over a bump.
Yeah, you know why, don't you? Because it's the wrong exhaust, isn't it?
It's had the exhaust modified in its life.
Here we go.
Thumbs up for the snail van. There you go. There it is. Thumbs up for the snail van. So if you do like the video, thumbs up.
I like the Panda myself.
Well, the angry panda.
Yeah.
That was Mrs. John Keaton's choice, that was. Lots of people asked me about the panda. I'll tell you for why. Postman Pat had a black and white cat. Well, we couldn't have a black and white cat. And also I couldn't find a black and white cat that was suitable for the stickers. So we ended up with a panda on the back. An angry panda. That is the only thing really that determines
Advisory.
that this isn't a Royal Mail van. Hang on a minute, what you found, advisory? What have you found?
Cracked reflector.
Uh-oh, is that an advisory?
It is if you're really thorough. I don't think many people would waste their time doing that.
Now that's got a lot worse actually since I've owned the van, that reflector. It was cracked when I bought it, but it's clearly got worse.
Probably loads of Fiat technicians will tell me I shouldn't jack it up there.
Van's jacked up, handbrake's off. Now what are you doing?
Just making sure the wheels turn.
Well, it drove here. Obviously, if the wheels didn't turn freely, that would be a braking issue. Making sure there's no play on there.
Also checking that the tyre is not the wrong sort. It's fitted correctly and it's the same size as the other side.
Ah, yes. That is a good point. This is why I'm not an MOT tester.
I'm not anymore.
Does legislation come and go? Are new things added to the MOT test every year?
Yeah, I was asking some people at the MOT station and they've changed a lot on the procedures since I stopped doing it.
I suppose one of the main issues or main differences would be electric cars, am I right?
Yeah, but electric cars was around a long time ago, mate.
Were you MOT testing electric cars?
Certainly was.
Nissan Leafs?
Yeah.
Come a long way on since then.
Them hybrids was a pain in the bum because they would switch off when you wanted to do the emissions test. But then I found out you ain't got to do an emissions test on an hybrid, which is bonkers.
Oh, there you go.
So they tell me. Don't make sense, does it? Right, bump stops are on still then.
Yes, we fitted some new bump stops. Let's have a look. Where are they? I can't see them under there.
They're important, they are.
They are important.
Because she spends a lot of time on the bump stops.
There they are. Just under there, you can see it.
The more than bump stops, they're spring assisters, I think.
It does spend a lot of time on the bump stops. I suppose these little vans aren't really designed for some of the things I put in the back.
Marina van would carry more.
What do we get in the back? We get soil, rubble, furniture, Mrs. John Coupland, the inspector, all sorts in there, fitness equipment. I suppose these are really designed for parcels, aren't they? How are them sills holding up? Because when I bought the van, it was remarkably solid underneath.
She's all right still, mate. She's all right. She could do with a service.
Of what items?
Well, brakes and what have you done to it? What's the brakes stripping and cleaning out?
Well, we fitted all new brakes.
I don't care, they still want no servicing, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. But with regards to new brakes and pads, I'm assuming that's not needed. Pads and discs?
It all depends how rough the driver is.
Well, I do give this little Fiat a bit of a thrashing. It's surprisingly quick. Let's go around the other side. Now to the front. These Fiats are funny to jack up on the side. Have you identified any issues yet?
No!
Good news. Of course, things can change between now and the 7 days' time in which the MOT is booked for, or is due. The MOT is obviously only as good as the time and date that the car or van or vehicle is looked at. Things can go wrong on the way home. Springs can break, etc. Thankfully, this little van is not really wanted for much, touch wood.
Thrives on neglect.
There we go. Now what are you checking for?
Stuff.
Talk us through what you're looking at. Making sure the spring's okay, not damaged. Making sure the tyre is okay, no cuts, no cord showing, no bulges. Making sure there's even wear. There is a bit of uneven wear on this tyre actually. If you look at this side here, this edge here, versus this edge, there is some uneven wear there. There's a couple of... There's a bit of a flat spot there. What are you going to do with that? Popping that under there. What is it you're doing?
Sorry?
What are you doing?
Checking the suspension joints and stuff.
We need to know what stuff.
Brake hoses, gaiters, bushes, suspension arms, drive shafts, suspension mountings, roll bar bushes, bottom ball joint, trap rod end, rack gaiter, brake pipe, seal, track control arm bushes. We did all them, didn't we?
Yeah, it's all been done. It's had a lot of work. As I say, when I bought the van, it was a bit neglected. It had been left for a couple of years. The person that owned it previously had a dog grooming business. The person before that had a dog related business. So you can only imagine what the interior looked like. Yeah, we did a lot. Getting it up to scratch, and then obviously I turned it into the Royal Snail. So you've got a pry bar there. What are you doing with that pry bar?
Checking the ball joints and bushes, mate.
How are they?
They're all right, mate. Just rock that wheel for me, would you please?
Say again?
Just rock the wheel for me, would you please?
Yes, absolutely. One moment. So everything in there has all been checked. Suspension and springs and the ball joints. All good on the near side. Thumbs up from Dad. Now to the offside, same again. That's a nice jack. Same again this side. So far so good. Checking the tyre pressures afterwards. The one thing I have had problem with on this van is the tyres. There's a video coming to the channel, or a video on the channel, depends when you watch this, of us finding an issue with a slow puncture. But I think over the time I have had a full set of tyres on the van now. That was one of the things I had to do to get it through its first MOT. About 3 years ago now. Bonus Peugeot 406 content. Same again this side then. Checking everything Dad mentioned last time. Suspension, ball joints. What can you see? Sainsbury's.
Cooker's still there.
Oh yes, we've got a cooker on the front for the for scrap. Nobody's picked it up yet. That tyre looks a bit flat, you know.
Probably is, son. Probably is.
Have to check that, obviously.
Probably is, mate.
Looking good, checking out the brakes, discs and the pads. How are they looking?
Difficult to see through the wheel, to be honest with you, mate. I would say they're not bad.
And then rocking the wheel, 10 and 2 and 12 and 6, make sure there's no play in them joints. Let's have a look in there with you.
Gonna give me a rock again, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. We've identified a little bit of play in that bottom ball joint there, just from rocking the wheel. What have you identified?
There's a bit of play in that bottom ball joint, mate.
That's just what I just said.
Yeah. Top man. Just a bit. It's not going that way.
So a little bit of play might be an advisory, certainly not a fail. Are they replaceable on this, or is it a whole new lower arm?
I should think you'd be able to drill the rivets out and put a new ball joint on.
Unlike Mrs. John Cooten's Fiat, we had to replace the whole bottom arm. That was fun. Let's have a look under here then, see if we can see.
You can only feel it. You can. Yeah, there it is.
How bad is it? Minimal?
You can only just feel it. We've definitely got some play in that bottom ball joint.
What would you be doing at that point then?
That's an advice.
With regards to work on the van, would you suggest we replace that ball joint now, or?
I would suggest you do it when you service it.
Yep, there we go. So something that we need to be aware of then. A little bit of play in that bottom ball joint.
Yeah, definitely got a bit there, mate.
But it isn't a fail, it's an advisory. So that's good news. And as Dad said, we're looking to service the van. New oil filter, new air filter. We do really, ideally, need to look at the glow plugs, because it is a diesel. Dad's saying no. They have been a little bit weak the entire time we've owned the vehicle, but
give it two bursts of the glow plugs and you're all right.
But yeah, bottom ball joint. That's it then. Relatively good news for the Fiat Doblo on the pre-MOT checks. Obviously, one of the good reasons that Dad comes in handy. One of the many, fixing Audi TTs, fixing smart cars, fixing anything. So the bottom ball joint, not worried about that. That is going to be probably an advisory. Apart from that, looking good. What do you reckon to the Doblo? What do you reckon to the Royal Snail?
Cross something off the list.
What, fitting the resistor?
Yeah, it's been on the list for about a year.
Resistor has been fitted. That was a, what, 5-minute job? But we do need to sort that plug out. What you lost?
The chalk.
That's it then. Job done on the Fiat Doblo. Fingers crossed. I'm sure the MOT procedure will be coming to the channel very shortly. If you've enjoyed the video, thumbs up please. Thumbs up for the Snail van. Also, what did you reckon to the sound quality? Because Dad's got his microphone now, I've got my microphone. So fingers crossed we're going to bring you some
got me to stay quiet,
good content. Dad can't make his usual snarky... Well, you can make your usual snarky comments. You just can't say naughty words that YouTube will kick me off for. And have a great day, whatever you're getting up to. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do. There is so much coming to the channel, including some Nissan Micra stuff. Are you looking forward to that? Loads of stuff coming up. Have a great day. Take care. Goodbye.